He probably thought they wouldn't meet. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause a side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be silent like bass hitters. Them other fellas, they been seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven on earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls better than men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Yeah. She in Vegas, and Summer Lee with baller, she flagrant. Once a good girl is gone, she gone forevermore.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Great. Hey!
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Great. Tiger Hornet. 9.
Hurts. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Barkley inside handoff. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 9.
63, bang! Great, set. Right, anyone, out. Kyle left Yeti.
Throwing is Hurts. That is caught inside the 5. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Great, set. Anyone, Kyle left Yeti. Hey, 73. Kyle left Yeti. Go Silver, ready?
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. It looks like they'll move things around here. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And taken down just shy of the 40. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
2nd and 6. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back on into the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hawk 70. 18 Rattle. 19 Lock Dragon 60.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 Vices. Big Lion.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 60 Cowboy 80. Go.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we are tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Here's 2nd and 10.
No touch that. Anyway, that. No touch.
Here's Hurts to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And the return will stop right around the 25. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Ready? Let's play.
Here's Walker. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
These two teams all tied after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they come up now 2nd and goal.
Ready, ready. Victoria 70. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ready, ready. Panther and left. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Trap 60. Trap 6. 19 Lions.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's 4th down and goal.
Myers' kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Eagles sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
73! 73!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Great.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
His kick is no good.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Second and 5. A short one here, secured by the tight end, Waller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Come on. 19, 18, rattle, 18, rattle. Buffalo, 18.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack.
He's got a man. Complete. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Eagles 13. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Second and 10.
Great, set. Anyone, huh? Tiger Hornet. Kyle Love Yeti.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Great, set. Anyone, huh? Kyle Love Yeti. Hey, Silver. Don't touch.
Back to throw here. It's the right side here, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Alpha, alpha, alpha. Trim it.
They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
No touch that. 63.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Now a play fake here on first down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
This is Coleman with the ground. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
60 by 6, track him 60.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And the Seahawks first down.
Track. Cougar 19. Go, Riggs, go. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Come on. Hey.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
79, count to 60, count to 60.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Horton. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
And I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
1 yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 9.
Crowd left, Yeti. Very set. All right, anyway, go silver, ready?
They'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Great. Set. All right, anyway, crowd left, Yeti.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 73, set. Great, set. All right, anyway, Tiger Hornet.
Looking to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, let's go. Crowd left, Yeti.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Ready? Cougar 19. Ready?
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Cup 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ranger. 70 Ranger.
He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Waller taking it in over the middle. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Darren Waller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Eagles 16. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's going deep for Brown. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Carl Leviani.
Throwing is Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Carl up, Yeti. Hey.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. Airing it out deep for Smith. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hurts gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
1st down and goal to go.
Great, set.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra there to make the grab. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
To the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Ready. 18 cards. Come on. Check. 19, 18. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
2nd and 6. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Go street. 6, check.
They get him to the ground level, the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing.
70.
He's got Cooper Kupp on the slam.
And he picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
Here's the give to McIntosh. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
19 Tiger. Ready?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Ready? Check smash. Buffalo 18. Ready?
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's their quarterback scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Seahawks will add to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Eagles 24. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
No touch.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass complete, Goddard. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
First down and goal to go.
Alpha. Great. Check.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for the Seahawks, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia,